Good evening, good evening, good evening, and thank you for joining us for episode 2 of our finance series. I hope you are excited to be here. I am excited to have you. I'm your host, Jen Cares, the founder of Chosen Counselors, a nonprofit organization that seeks to inspire, motivate, empower, and strengthen individuals and families. And I want to just thank you all for tuning in. I do not take it lightly. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing these messages. I appreciate your feedback. All the feedback that I receive. I enjoy your comments. So let's chat again tonight, okay? So, special thanks to Camille Corbin, the coin counselor, for giving us knowledge on stretching those bills. Have you been applying some of those tips she shared? Have you been giving yourself grace? I know I have. I even went to the pizzeria to give me a $10 special, and guess what? I had a coupon for $10. Look at that. So be sure to also use coupons when you're trying to stretch those bills, okay? All right. So this series that we've been doing, the topics have been coming to mind because as I reflected and was preparing, life insurance was one of those at the top of the list. So I've really been excited about tonight, okay? And let me tell you, where there's a will, there is a way. Look at that play on words. Will, way, will, because you need a will with life insurance. I hope you got a will. We're going to talk about it. But I want to talk about life insurance, and I want to say special thanks to my friend Shay, who connected me with our guest speaker, because when life happens, we must shift, adjust, and pivot as needed, all right? So help me welcome, as we talk about, are you sure you're insured? A lifestyle transformation coach. She about to let us have it. I got my notebook. Hold on, let me take that off so you can see me, because you about to see her too. I got my notebook, I got my pen, and I'm ready. I hope y'all ready too, okay? So again, help me introduce our special guest. Here we go. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you
How
for
are
having
you
me. I
doing?
really Good, good. I'm on vacation, as you know, in Puerto Rico.
Oh,
So I
enjoy.
like to keep my commitment. So here I am.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us. And tonight, as chair, we're going to talk about life insurance and how we can be prepared. And something new that I started last week was the quote of the day. So tonight's quote is, buying life insurance is like fixing a leak in your roof. The longer you wait, the more expensive it gets. Can you share with us
Yeah.
about that? What's your thoughts on that? Is that spot on?
Well, so I like to say, call myself an insurance guru. And
Okay.
even though I don't know every in and out of insurance, I know
Mm-hmm.
most of it. And so my plan today is to educate people on what they need.
Okay.
I tell people all the time, you buy life insurance when you're younger. Younger people always say, I don't need life insurance. Yes, you do. And you want to get it when you're younger because the prices are way cheaper than when
Mm-hmm.
you get older. I'm,
Mm-hmm.
I'm writing people $100,000 policies right now for like $30 a month and under 30. So it's like that's when you want to get it, and it never goes up. You never have to worry about it again. So
Oh.
again, I try to educate people when they're young.
Mm-hmm.
I talk to all my daughter's friends from 18 on up. I'm telling them you need life insurance. And if they don't
Mm.
buy it, I'm telling their parents, you need to purchase it for them until they are able to pay for themselves. Because God forbid something happen, you're going to pay anyway.
You're going to pay anyway. And
Absolutely.
you're going to pay anyway. Or we're going to do our GoFundMe's. And I'm not against GoFundMe, but it's nice when we can have some things set up prior to that happening, because it can come
Absolutely.
at any time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And when you put stuff in place beforehand,
Mm-hmm.
then you don't have to worry about that. People are like, well, I don't like to talk about death. Well, if you talk about it with me one time, that's the only time you have to talk about it. Because one of the things that I do is I educate people from A, to point Z. So I help
Mm.
them with wills, I help them with
Yes.
need, I help them with any aspect of insurance
Mm.
that they need. Right. So
Mm.
I'm more than an agent.
And we got to talk about them wills. I had went to this training before, and they was talking about if you don't have one written down of what, how you want things to go, and we already know death and weddings bring out the worst in people. That's
Yes.
been my
Oh my
experience.
God.
We don't know
Mm-hmm.
how to act. We don't know how to act. So tonight we're going to find out how to have things in place so we can know how
Yes.
to act. So what is
Yes.
insurance? Why would we need it? What is it? What does it do?
I tell people insurance is the last gift of love that you give to people, right? I always
Mm.
called it an act of love and an act of faith,
Mm.
Why? Because if you love people, then you don't want to leave them in any kind of situation that would
Active
have them
love.
struggling, right?
I'm writing
That's
that
what
down.
love is.
Active love.
An act of love, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the last form of love you can give to someone. When my daughters know, they already know. First of all of my policies, I have 7 policies.
Mm-hmm.
They're all in one place. My
Okay.
kids have access to them. They know what
Mm-hmm.
they're getting. My
Mm-hmm.
kids are set. My kids and my grandkids are pretty much set for life
Mm.
right now. Pretty much. I did it while I was young because guess what? When it's important to your parents, it's just something that trickles down and it becomes
Mm.
important to you. All right. So
Mm.
I had my first 3 policies before I was 35, 40 years old.
Mm.
And then I just kept adding on to it as I did businesses. I added more and more coverage to cover my businesses because we
Okay.
always talk about legacy. We don't really know what legacy is. Most African Americans only know life insurance to bury them,
To
not
bury them.
knowing that there is money you can fund in these policies. So that's what I
Mm.
educate people on: legacy wealth.
Mm.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, Crystal said it's tax-free money.
Yes, indeed, it's tax free. That's why I have all my kids set up,
Yes.
letting them
Oh.
know, listen, this is the way you're going to get this money. You're not going to have to pay taxes on it. Each one of my children have their own life insurance policies that they will
Mm.
inherit from me on top
Mm.
of 4 others. So again,
Mm.
my kids are set and my grandkids are set. I put that in place because that was important to me. If I loved you in life, I'm gonna love you in death, and
I
that's
love
why I
it.
want to show you some love.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's talk about the legacy piece
Mhm.
because you pay into the policy, but then once you pass, the money takes care of your passing, the repass, the funeral services, the burial, and things of that sort. But it
Mhm.
also leaves some little extras, sounding like what you saying in legacy. Tell me about that.
Oh yeah, so I'm not going to tell you how much insurance I got, but just know that I'm worth more dead than I am alive at this point. That's a
Mm.
running joke, okay?
Ah.
But it's okay because one of the things that I wanted to do was, I'm a single mom. I
Mm-hmm.
was married for like 18 years and divorced,
Okay.
and it was after I got my divorce is when I added more coverage to more policies.
Okay.
I wanted my kids to not have to struggle. Now here's the catch though. One of the things that I do, I don't enable anyone, my clients, my children, no one.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did is I set something in motion that says if they're not working or in school, they only get $25,000 a year. That's
Mm.
it. Because I didn't
Okay.
want my kids running through money just thinking,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I've worked my tail off for this. So for them
Mm.
to run through it, oh, absolutely not.
I love it.
I'm raising people to
Stipulations.
be honorable and to be
Mm.
accountable, right?
Mm.
So in
Mm.
order to get your maximum coverage, you have to be in school or you have to be employed. Otherwise, you get $25,000 a year. That's
Mm.
it.
What? Well, I guess they better have themselves together because if
They
not,
do. They pretty much do. My kids are entrepreneurs like me, so they
okay,
pretty much have
awesome.
themselves together. But I wanted to put that stipulation out there because I've seen people go through some money. I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking three, $400,000 going in 5 or 6 months. So I
Mm.
said, oh, no, 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 no. I didn't go out there and knock on doors and sit in houses with roaches and mice and all for them to run through money. No, 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 no,
Mm.
no. I don't want to get into the word, but
No,
a,
you go.
a
You go right
wise man,
ahead.
a wise man leaves an inheritance for his children's children.
Yes.
We
Yes.
need to start
Yes.
reading the word and applying it, not just reading it just to know it. We need to really apply it, and I tell you
Read
why.
it to apply it. She
Yes.
talking good already. Read it to
Listen,
apply
this is
it.
what I do. I'm a top agent in the country.
Mm.
This is what I do. I've been in the top 20 out of 8,000 agents several years in a row. This
Mm.
is what I do. I
Mm.
educate my people, my community,
Yes.
broaden your horizons,
I
expand
love
your
it.
knowledge, change your perspective about what life insurance is. Because if you
Yes.
only think about it as a burial plan,
Mm.
you're missing the boat. Oh my God, you're missing the boat. There is so much
Mm.
money that can be made in life insurance itself,
And we don't get that
right?
part.
No, we don't get that part because we listen to what the banks say. We getting 1% interest on our money when we could be applying it to an IUL, stuffing
Mm.
that account, making 5 to 10% on your
Mm.
money, and
Mm.
still leaving more money for your kids. What are we
Mm.
talking about? Practice? I'm just
Mm.
saying.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm. Yeah.
So
Mm.
Phil say
You
spit
know.
that game. Spill this. Listen.
Look.
This is
Look.
what I
We're gonna have you some clients after this is over to make sure we all got our insurance together. Okay. So why did
absolutely.
you get into this business?
Honestly, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I was a recruiter in insurance. I was a
Okay.
recruiter for 4 or 5 years, was in the top 2 percentile with that.
Okay.
And I had people telling me, girl, you need to be doing sales because you're good at this, which
Mm-hmm.
recruiting
You
was
are.
sales too.
You got me.
When
I'm ready.
listen, when I came into the business, they weren't ready for me. I
Oh.
came into the business and broke a record my first month. They
Mm.
weren't ready for me.
Look at God.
Why? Because I tell my kids, life is nothing but people and projects. If you
Mm.
understand people and you
Mm-hmm.
understand how to put them together, you ain't got no
Mm.
problem. That's where money comes from. That's where wealth comes from. People and
Mm.
projects, not from you working excessively hard. People get that all misconstrued. It comes from building relationships on time.
Ah.
That's what it comes from. So I got
Yeah.
into the life insurance business because I went home back in 2013 and I helped my parents as well. One thing I do is educate everybody. So I help my parents get to put their stuff in place. So I'm asking them about their life insurance policies, which honestly, my parents have a little bit money.
Okay.
So they really don't need life insurance. But even through that, I made them get life insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's tax free. Okay.
Yes.
We got to
Yes.
learn how to use the systems that they throw out. Okay.
Yes.
So I went home. My parents were paying over $700 a month for life insurance.
Mm.
So I said, what in the whole wide world? I got on the phone, started calling about these policies, called their
Mm-hmm.
agent and told them, do not speak to my parents, even in church. I need you to speak to them from across the church.
Mm.
Do not speak to my parents because my parents don't need all of these policies. They have money. Why do you
Mm-hmm.
have them in all these life insurance policies? Did you even establish the need that they have?
Mm-hmm.
No, they did. So they had them with all these policies. So I canceled all their policies except two, right? They
Okay.
had like 6 or 7 policies apiece. I canceled all of them and I said, you know what? Nobody will ever do this to anybody's parent again. I'm going into the
Mm.
insurance game and change the dynamics
I love it.
of what insurance looks like.
I
And that's
love
what I
it.
did. So I
I
came in
love
with
it.
passion, a fervor, just something on my mind that says, I need to change my community. I need to
Mm-hmm.
change the way they think. I need to change
Mm.
what we spend our money on. Don't tell me
Yes.
you don't have life insurance money when you got an Xfinity cable box up there for $200 a month. You don't want to have life insurance money.
Come on. Come
Okay?
on.
And I challenge people. I'm very direct. And
Mm-hmm.
I'll let them know, oh, you don't have insurance money? Can I ask you a question, Miss Mary? Yes, ma'am, you can. That's an Xfinity cable box. I know basic cable is at least 160,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Basic.
She was like, oh no, she bragging. I paid 250. Oh, right. But you just told me you can't afford life insurance. What are we talking about here?
Right.
This your last act of love. What are we doing today?
Mm.
And I've
Mm.
gotten so many clients that follow me everywhere I go because I'm very upfront, I'm very
Mm-hmm.
honest, and I
Mm-hmm.
educate people. And you know what? People pay for education every day. If you don't
Every
believe me,
day.
look at student loan debt. If you don't
Mm.
believe me, look at student loan debt.
That student loan debt. Let's talk about that. It's a sensitive topic, but yes, yes. So Camille is saying thank you. Phil is saying gift and offering already. We about to put our cash up on here. All right.
Oh
And
my
how we
God,
do it?
I love this. This is what I
I
do.
have questions, but we
Yes,
also take questions from the audience. So we have a
good.
question.
Okay.
Chris was saying, my mom is older and we talk and I have a policy on her. Can I also get term policy or will that be too expensive?
Well, Crystal, thanks for the question. It kind of depends because I'm a broker. So I represent 22 companies. I do
Okay.
everything of insurance except life and auto. I mean, except home and auto. I do
Okay.
Medicare. I do mortgage protection insurance. I do return of premium terms. I do IULs. Some of y'all don't even know what I'm talking about, but I could cover any gamut of life and health. I do
Okay.
Medicare. You know,
Okay.
I do your family bank. I teach people how to have their own bank with their own money
Hmm.
and keep using your money interchangeably. So it's more than just life insurance.
Right. I
It's
see.
life insurance is the design, but money is the matter, if that
Okay.
makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, for Crystal, if your mom is older, I wouldn't get a term because most people don't know that most term policies, 99% of them end at age 80, right?
Mm.
Now, people be arguing me down. Oh, no, my life insurance says up to 95. I say, ma'am, you can't afford it at 70. What makes you think you're going to afford it at 95? See, they
Mm.
tell you that that's the gimmick. Oh,
Mm.
term up to 95. At term, at age 70 goes up every single year.
Wow.
Every year. So you might start off right now for $100. By the time you're 72, you're paying 350. 73, you're paying 320. Every
Mm.
year after
It's
70,
going
it
up and
goes up.
up.
I don't recommend term for anybody over the age of 50 unless you
Mm.
just want to add something to your whole life.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't, nah, I don't recommend that at all. No, because you're in your second quarter, going into your third.
Mm.
No, you need something that's permanent, and whole life is the only permanent insurance. Don't let anybody tell you anything other than that.
Mm.
Right?
Mm.
So it depends
Mm.
on her age, Crystal. You know, if you want, I'll leave my contact information. You can reach out to me because one thing I do, whether you buy from me or not, this is a
Mm-hmm.
ministry for me. So I'm going to give you the education you need to make
Yeah.
an educated decision, whether
Yeah.
you buy from me or not.
Mm.
I have a lady that never bought from me, but she
Mm-hmm.
loved my spirit. She referred me to 13 people who all bought insurance, but she never
Wow.
bought one policy.
I
So
love
it
it.
doesn't matter to me as long as you got the education you need.
I
That's all.
love it. I love it.
Yes.
Mm. Cass says she's a Beats girlfriend. She is. And when I first talked to her on the telephone, I said, wait a minute. I need you. Look, straight shooter. We gonna
Straight
learn
shooter.
today.
You going how do you say it? You gonna learn today.
We gonna learn today.
That's right.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, I appreciate that.
Yes. Phil says student loans, the ultimate hustle. Absolutely.
Ultimate. Yes. Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Ask me. I'm 240,000 in debt. Oh yeah. I got 3 degrees. And
Mhm.
this is the crazy part.
Yes.
I knew I was an entrepreneur as a young child. I was leading
Mm.
people 7 and 8 years older than me. So I knew I
Uh-huh.
was an entrepreneur. But you know what happens when you grow up in down south and everybody promote for you to go to college and all this stuff? Listen, I went through college, got 3 degrees, and don't use any of. Well, I use my HR. I got a master's in HR.
Okay. Okay.
I use that degree because I recruit and train people. So I kind of use that too. But I wouldn't
Mm.
be in student loan debt had I listened to my spirit instead
Mm.
of my parents,
My
right?
Lord.
Because look where I am right now. I'm an entrepreneur anyway.
Right. Right.
But I got all this student loan debt.
Mm-hmm.
But to God be the glory. I make the money to pay it off. So
That's
I
it.
ain't complaining at this
That's
point.
it. That's it.
It is
And that's
what
why
it
I
is.
don't complain. I thank you God I'm able to make the payments and make sure that
Yes,
it's taken
yes,
care of.
yes, yes.
Crystal said thanks. She'll be 70.
Oh, definitely Crystal, not term. I definitely
Yeah.
don't recommend it at
Okay.
70. But we could talk about other options. There's a lot of options out here that you
Mm-hmm.
don't even hear about, especially on the internet where people be buying
Mm-hmm.
insurance from.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just add this right
Go
quick
ahead.
because
Go
we
ahead.
on this? Okay.
The floor
I
is
need y'all to
yours.
stop buying life insurance from your credit unions,
Mm.
from on the internet. I need
Mm.
y'all to buy insurance with someone that's going to sit down, take the time, educate you. You could call them any time of the day. Triv, what's
Mm.
up? Listen, my clients already know.
Mm.
You could call me anytime from 9 to 9, and I'm
I love
available to
it.
call. Not only do I insure people with policies,
Mm.
I've buried 52 people to date and attended 43 funerals and helped arrange them. So I'm more than an
Mm.
agent, right?
Mm.
This is a ministry. It's different when
Yes.
it's,
Yes.
oh yeah, they're very different. So
I like this.
again, I
This
just want y'all to understand that
to the
because
end.
a lot of us make mistakes and buy life insurance from like State Farm. State
Mm.
Farm and Allstate are property and casualty companies. Life insurance is something
Mm.
they add on the back to give you a discount.
Oh.
But check it out. When somebody passes away, because they're not a life insurance company, that's not a priority for them to pay out a life insurance policy.
Mm.
Y'all to understand that since we're talking, right? Okay.
Y'all
Yeah.
listening?
Yeah. Buy
Y'all
life
listening?
insurance from a life insurance company. Okay, so you might want to add to your policies by having State Farm and all that, but you want to buy your true life insurance policy from a life insurance company.
Mm. Mm.
Now that's the tip of the day right there. That probably gonna save y'all thousands. That's the tip of the day. Write that down. Here's my cash app. No psych. I'm just playing.
I got you. They not gonna pay
No,
me
all
out
I'm
because that's not their priority.
listen. All I came on here to do is educate and make sure that my people come away with more
Yes.
than they enter the door with. That's my
Mm.
objective.
And that's my reason for having this, you know. And again, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. So for term, you're saying if you're older not to get it. So if you're what age should you definitely get the whole, and what age should you possibly get that term?
Well, here's the thing. This is why, again, most people, you either love me or hate me because I'm so direct, right?
Okay.
But my directness is coming from a place called truth. And what happens is in this world, it's hard to speak truth to a world that's living lies. It's very difficult to do that. But
Mm.
I stand on my truth and my promises to God, which means
Yes.
I'm going to give you the truth. No matter what happens, I tell them, oh, you think I'm lying? Let's call your insurance company and put them on speakerphone,
Mm.
right? Because I
Yes.
want you to know what I'm telling you is the truth. I'm going to
Yeah.
challenge you in that area, right?
Mm-hmm.
So again, what I'm saying to you and to anybody else that's talking about this insurance, there is no certain age that you buy insurance.
Mm-hmm.
However, when you hit that 50 plus mark, you need to
Okay.
be thinking long term, because by
Okay.
that time, most of the time, your kids are ready to leave your house or
Mm-hmm.
they're already out of your house. So
Okay.
now your needs change. Some of y'all
Mm-hmm.
have policies for 20, 30 years. You didn't have people die. Let me tell you
Mm-hmm.
what I found uncovering stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Beneficiaries has been dead over 10 years. So guess what would have happened?
Uh,
That person would have died. Nobody would have gotten the money because the beneficiary was already dead. Here we go.
that's
Paying
important.
attention to your business.
Yes.
Minding the business that pays. I always tell people that, right?
Mm.
People have all kind of change. You have a baby, you get married, you get divorced. People don't make changes to their insurance policy.
So true.
So, so what I do as an agent, if you're my client,
Mm-hmm.
every year on your
Yes.
anniversary date,
Review.
I
I
do a
love it.
policy review. We need
Mm-hmm.
to make sure no changes. Sometimes people put
Yes.
their boyfriend or their fiance as the beneficiary, and they're not together anymore.
Not together no more.
So
Didn't
I
work
make
out.
sure I call every year. My clients hear from
Yes.
me and ask, are there any changes? Do you need me to come and sit with you? Do you need to update anything? That's
Mhm.
what a real agent will do. A real agent doesn't just write a policy and run out with commission. No, we carry this thing from A to Z.
Mm.
All right. So again, what you don't know as you age can come back to haunt you.
Mm.
So I
Mm.
don't recommend term for anybody over 70 unless you have a business that you're
Okay.
trying to cover the
Okay.
expenses in your death.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but you're gonna pay an arm and a leg for that. So I tell people make sure you have whole life because that's the only
Okay.
permanent insurance.
Okay.
That's
Whole life.
it. So don't worry about the age.
Right there.
Worry
Down.
about your needs.
Whole
What
life.
is that you need at this intersection? Do you have a mortgage? Because if you have a
Mm-hmm.
mortgage, you want to get a term to cover your mortgage.
Okay.
Why? Because term is pennies on the dollar. It's very cheap.
Mm-hmm.
But you would want to pay that house off in the event of your death. You wouldn't want your kids not having a place to live,
You're
right?
right. You're right.
So guess what? You get that large term to cover that mortgage, but everything else on your life should be something that builds a cash value where you
Mm.
can learn to use your insurance for more than just to bury you. I
Mm.
feel like if I'm paying the premium, dang it, I should be able to recoup
Yeah.
something from that policy.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
have a term policy where I don't see anything from it. Only my survivors will see that. No,
Mm.
ma'am, no, sir. I'm
Mm.
paying and I'm playing. Okay.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right.
Yes. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Shay said she will gather you, honey. Tip of the day. She is gathering us.
Yes,
She's
yes.
gathering
Thank
us
you,
all
Shay.
together. I hope we are listening and applying this to our lives.
Yes,
Okay?
yes. Definitely
Keisha
need to do
said,
that.
thanks, sis.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, so Chris has another question. What about AARP?
What about them? I'm just
Are
being
they
silly.
good to get
Listen,
insurance through?
listen. What you'll never hear me do,
Okay.
because that's what great agents do. We don't talk about other insurance companies,
Mm-hmm.
meaning talking down to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
If AARP is what you feel confident in, then you
Mm-hmm.
buy the policy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recommend it. I think they're overpriced. I think they gather people up by that $9.95. People talking about, oh no, you're too expensive. They told me I could get it for $9.95. Sure, that's one unit. That's $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me educate you
Okay.
real fast. So it's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of things that our people misunderstand, and they make moves
Mm-hmm.
based on misunderstandings versus on
Mm-hmm.
education.
I love it.
Yeah. So yeah, but AARP is not bad. I just think you need to get a company that honors life insurance, that is predicated on life insurance, and is ready
Okay.
to pay out claims immediately. That's the
Okay.
Mutual of Omaha's, the Foresters of the world, Royal, companies that have been
Mm-hmm.
around over 150 years that you ain't got
Mm-hmm.
to worry about, like, are they gonna pay it? They're a life
Mm-hmm.
insurance company. They don't do homeowners. They don't do auto. They don't do all that
Right,
other
right.
stuff. They're a life insurance company.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
So good, so good. I'm enjoying this, and I like the part of us talking about this misunderstanding and how, like, with your parents, how they were getting, the bad deal, and it's either we don't know about it, or we know a little bit about it and think that it's not for us, or we get into it and they take advantage of us. So as you
or
said, like, finding out what works best for you. So interviewing, getting a couple of quotes. You get
yes.
something done on your house. You don't go with the first person that tells you a price. You ask around a little bit to find out what's best, and then you ask
Well, let
those
me tell you
questions and you
something
find
about
out.
price. I'm sorry. I thought you
You
paused, so I
fine. You
thought you.
fine.
people always look shopping for price. Let me tell you something about price as a life insurance agent. Y'all want the real skinny? Okay,
Mm.
check this out. I could give you a policy for $38 a month, or I could give you a policy for $58 a month. But let me explain something to you. If it sounds too good to be true, by golly, it is.
Mm.
Right? There's a lot of companies out here that say, "Oh yeah, we can beat that price." Yeah, but when it's time to pay the death claim, which is why you're buying insurance, they're nowhere to be found. Takes all these
Mm.
changes.
You took my
Is
money
that
and
me
ran.
or it's Colonial Penn? They make you fill out like 7 different documents and declarations to get money. Are you
Mm.
kidding me? This is the time we're living for. This is what we bought the policy for. What are
Mm-hmm.
you talking about? I need all these documents to get the money paid out. What? Nah. So again, y'all, be careful who you go to and whom you're doing business with.
Mm.
Do your research. When I sit in front of a client, I tell them who I'm recommending for them. They can go with
Okay.
whomever they want. But as the expert, because here we
Mm-hmm.
go again, some of y'all listen to your friends. Girl, I can find you a posse that's cheaper. What's your license
Mm.
number, ma'am? What state
Mm.
are you licensed in? Oh, I challenge
Mm.
people. Um,
That's it.
what what's your state license ID? Because y'all listening to your friends, let me tell you something. There's way too many critics with no damn credentials. Okay? So let's be clear
Mm.
about some things. When you're talking about life insurance, you better know what you're talking about.
Better
Otherwise,
know
you'll pay
what you're
all
talking
these
about.
years and get nothing in return at the end. So you
Mm.
better deal with a reputable person. And I'm gonna leave that at that. Okay.
I know if you're going to surgery, you're not going to no Joe Blow. Some people are, but you better go to somebody that's got some experience and know what they're doing. Because if
No,
not, you
go to
might not
somebody that
make
got
it
your back.
through.
Yeah, somebody that got your back though. When my
Yeah.
clients call talking about they didn't take my payment out, I get on the phone immediately. That's what I'm supposed to do. I
Okay.
service people.
Mm-hmm.
Love, acts of love.
Yes.
That's
I love it.
service. Oh
Mm.
my God, don't start me in there.
Mm.
Because
I
everybody
got
know me in
another.
insurance.
We got another question for you, but I'm
What?
loving
Come
it.
on.
I
Come with
appreciate
it.
it.
Come
Cam,
on.
you said, what about those under 50 that have no debt and plan to use term life as an umbrella while building their wealth? Should they still look into whole life at some point?
Well, that's a two-part question, right?
Okay.
So you
Yes,
don't have any debt. That's awesome. That's amazing, Kami.
that
I
is.
really like that. I really like that. Because you can have
Yeah.
mine if you get ready, okay? But anyway, so the way you're saying use term life as an umbrella. So term life is really not necessarily an umbrella.
Okay.
Term life is just what it says. So let me give y'all the difference. I think you were gonna ask me that, right?
That was on there. You go ahead, girl.
Okay. So let me
Yes, what's
explain this to
term?
y'all. Because if
You
you don't
good.
want to build wealth, you definitely don't want to build it in a term life policy, right?
Okay.
Now, understood that you're saying as an umbrella to cover something. Okay, I don't know what you might be covering, but while you're building wealth, in order to amass real wealth, you need to get an IUL, right?
Okay.
Which is an index universal life policy that you can stuff extra money in every month
Hmm.
and still gain the high interest off of that. You can use
Okay.
it for retirement or you can use it to build a higher death benefit. Either way,
Okay.
it's going to be based on your needs and what you need at that point.
Okay.
But you can't amass wealth under term because guess what? Term is only good if you plan on dying today. If you don't have no plans on leaving here no time soon, term is not the way to go. Now, let's be
Okay.
clear about something. If it's an insurance, then it serves a purpose. But term is just what it says it is. It's
Okay.
short term, it's
Okay.
temporary, it's not designed to last you your whole life.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be anywhere from 5 years to 30 years. Most companies won't go over 30 years on a term.
Okay.
But
Okay.
here's what happens you buy that term policy, right? And let me just give you all these statistics because I'm one of those people. Term policies only pay out 3%. Now, I don't know if y'all
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean when I say that, but it means only 3% of people die within the term where their family gets the money. The other 97%
Mm.
of people outlive the term and they get
Wow.
nothing to show for it but the
Wow.
payments that they paid. Now, that's what I mean education. So let's be clear. I have term policies right now, right? To cover
Mm-hmm.
my business, the large
Okay.
amount to cover my business, but on my life. I have four
Cool.
whole life policies and one index universal life policy, right?
Okay.
Because I know that's where I could take my money. So my premium is $140. I'll stuff $700 in there a month and let my money gain that 5% interest. Ain't no banks giving you that. Ain't nothing else out here giving you that
You're
type of
right.
interest, y'all.
You're
You
right.
got to use the rules of the game like those other folks. You got to
Mm,
use the rules to understand how to amass wealth. Now, let's be
mm,
clear. I ain't hit that $1 million mark yet, but it's
mm.
coming.
It's
The
coming.
bank just missed the memo. It's already out there. The bank missed the
Mm.
memo.
I
But
love
I
it.
get it because I understand how you build wealth and you can build it through life insurance policies. Don't
Okay.
let anybody fool you. You can
Mm.
build wealth through life insurance policies. We
I
got a
believe.
policy called the $1 Million Baby. You put your
Mm.
baby that you just had in that policy. By the time they're 18, they're $1 million baby. But black folks don't know about this stuff.
Mm.
And that's what I'm here for, to educate y'all on how you amass wealth
Look,
through an
wait.
insurance policy.
Million.
Tax-free money. Are you kidding me?
Mm.
All right. So I tell y'all, stay away from terms unless you have something you're trying to cover, like a house, a mortgage, a business. Outside of that, on your life, as valuable as you are, you
Mm.
should not have anything but whole life to cover you your whole life. It goes all the
Got,
way to age 121.
got
You
it.
never have to worry about the payment going up. You have a cash value in there. If you need to borrow from it while you're
Hmm.
alive, because it has a living benefit, right?
Okay.
So you always want to have a whole life, no matter how many other policies you have. Whole life is the
Got
only permanent insurance, right?
it.
So I just
Got
need to say
it.
that.
Kimmy said, I'm almost there. Left out loud. Think she trying to be debt
Yep.
free. Go ahead, sis. You can do
Listen,
it.
you debt free. You already listen. You already
That's it.
90% there. You're debt free.
Mm.
Now is your time to figure out what policy you need to go ahead on and stuff that. Girl, you can stuff these policies. They'll run an illustration for you and tell you how much you could actually put in that policy before it becomes a MEC. We call it a MEC. It's a modified
Okay.
endowment contract.
Okay.
That's what you want to do. Take your money out them damn banks and credit unions. They ain't giving you no money on your money. But y'all
Mm.
don't want to talk about that though. Not tonight, y'all don't.
Mm.
I'm just telling you, when you want to get further education, you contact me. But you
Yes.
take your money. Right now, we're in a pandemic. What's 1% on your money?
Mm.
Listen, I was that fool. I'm talking from experience. I used to sit with $70,000, $80,000 in the bank, gaining 1% interest. Are you kidding me? It wasn't until somebody schooled me that I now can school other people on how
Mm.
to make your money make money versus you working harder for the money. Okay?
Mm. Mm. Keisha said, thanks for sharing.
You're welcome, Pumpkin. You're
Mom
welcome.
Sandra
You know,
saying,
I use
please.
terms of endearment all the time. I'm from
Yes,
Louisiana.
we listening, Mom.
So,
We listening, Mom Sandra. Then Crystal said, it's best to learn everything you can about what you need for your life. Absolutely. And today we
absolutely.
are learning.
Well,
So,
I'm glad. I'm glad to be of service.
thank you. I have a question. So, I know of people who have an insurance plan, but
Mm-hmm.
they're taking money out of it.
Mm.
Is that good, bad?
Unless you have a large policy, right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest because I take out of my policies. I
Okay.
got one policy for 250 in whole life.
Okay.
So of course, I'm gonna take girl, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna live my best life on this side. You understand
Yes.
me? So if
Yes.
I need it, I'm gonna use it. However, I pay it back. Most people that borrow off of their policies don't understand you're borrowing at 8% interest. And
Mm-hmm.
if you don't pay it back, you're losing money in your policy in the face amount of your policy.
Got
So
it.
people that got a $10,000 policy, I
Mm-hmm.
don't think you need to be borrowing off your policy. Now, again, if an emergency comes and you're going to replace that money, by all means do that.
Okay.
But you need to understand what it means to your death benefit while you're borrowing the money.
Mm.
Okay?
Okay.
Because if you don't pay it back, your death
Okay.
benefit is decreasing by 8% every year because it's 8% interest on the policy loan.
Mm.
Okay? So make sure y'all tell y'all people because some of the older people they get in trouble and they don't want to let their kids know. And so what they do is they borrow off of their policies. And then when they pass away, I've had that happen to about 3 or 4 clients. When they pass away, they got policies for 5,000. That started off at 20. I'm just saying. And then I
Oh.
gotta deliver that bad news. You understand? Because
Mm-hmm.
they've been borrowing and they haven't been letting their kids know. So let me give y'all another little hint while I'm talking
Mm.
about that.
Yes.
One of the things I do is I call it aging parent seminars. So I'm 53,
Mm.
right? And I tell people the reason why I took care of my mom and dad stuff is because they're getting of age, they're getting forgetful,
Mm-hmm.
they're just making sure that they have everything they need in place. So I do
Yeah.
aging parent seminars because a lot of your parents, y'all, want to buy insurance whole life, but they're 70 years old now, whole life costing them an arm and a leg, and they really don't have it on a fixed income. So what I
Mm.
tell the kids, you pay for the policy for your parents. You know why? Because if they pass away, the onus is gonna be on you anyway. You might as well pay
Mm.
a monthly payment than pay a $10,000 lump sum.
You're right.
All right.
You're
So
right.
trust me, have that security of having a policy on your parent. Because guess
Mm.
what? If that policy lapsed because they didn't have the money and they were too afraid to talk to you about
You
it,
still good.
guess who the ownership is on when that day comes?
I love it.
You. You. So I made sure my parents put their stuff in the right place. I also teach people how to move money so
Mm-hmm.
that when something happens, they're not taking everything your parents have worked for. My
Mm.
parents have money. I made them put their money in my name, in my brother's name, because if my mother has lupus and she's been having lupus for about 36, 37 years. So she couldn't get what they call a long-term care policy. Now we're going into another type of insurance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Long-term care is for if you when you get older, if you get sick, they'll allow you to have living like an assisted living community or have
Okay.
someone come and assist you in your home. That's
Okay.
what that policy covers,
Hmm.
right? Well, my mom couldn't get it because my mom had lupus. So my dad has a long-term care policy. But I told my mom, so what happens if you need some assistance? Because none of us are home, none of us live in Louisiana. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what happens if you need assisted care? Like you don't have a policy. She was like,
Right.
well, no. Let me tell you what's going to happen. That was a trick question. They're going to go after your money that you and
Mm-hmm.
my father have worked hard for because they're
Mm.
going to go back 5 years to look at how much money you have. Trust me, within 4 or 5 months, all that money will be gone.
Wow.
Assisted living is very expensive to
It
those of
is.
you that don't know. So if you're younger, I urge everyone on this call to get
Yeah.
a long-term care policy. If
Got
you
it.
don't have one, you're
Long
setting yourself up.
term.
I'm just telling y'all.
Mm.
Y'all want me to educate y'all, right?
We do. Long term care policy. It's for the betterment of our lives. So
Yes.
that's interesting that you say. So the policy didn't work for your mom, but it did work for your dad.
Well, it's not working, meaning he doesn't need it yet, but it's going to
Right.
be there in case he gets ill. He needs somebody to come and care for him. His
Okay.
policy will cover all the money needed for his care. My
Okay.
mother couldn't get it, so they would have to go into her money for it. And I was like, "Are you
Mm.
kidding? Put that money in our name because then they're gonna go back 5 years. The
Got
money
it.
is already in my
Got
name,
it.
so God forbid. Hopefully, your health stays the same because my mother and my father work out every day at the gym. Okay, let me just say that.
Mm-hmm.
76 and 72. So I'm saying hopefully your health will be intact for the next 5 years so that they can't come after your money. But I
Yes.
made her put that in my name. Yeah, me and my brothers. Yeah. So that
Mm.
what are they gonna come after? If you
Mm.
last 5 years, what are they gonna come after? The money's in our name. So they can't touch your money.
Mm.
But then you
I love it.
gotta know the tricks of the trade to be able. And
Yes.
here's the thing, y'all. I need y'all to understand. I have 100% integrity. But you got to know the system to know
Mm.
that my father and mother probably got about 350, 400,000 in the bank in different investments. Why
Mm-mm.
would I, as a life insurance agent, allow my parents to lose all their money simply because I didn't tell them the tricks of the trade?
Mm.
That doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
No, let's move this money. Do y'all trust me? They was like, of course. They moved the money. So now, again, 5 years from now, hopefully she'll be still healthy in 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
If anything happens after that, they can't come after the money because it's in my name.
Right.
So again, I'm just trying to school y'all on what to do with your aging
We
parents.
listening. I'm taking my notes. So
Yes.
Mom Sandra said, "Oh my gosh, where were you when I was younger?" Shaking my head. Look, I
I was
believe
around,
she can still
I'm
make a
sure, but
miracle
it's okay.
happen.
Listen, it's never too late. Y'all, listen.
Didn't I
Some
say
people
it? She
think
can
it's
make a
too late
miracle
for stuff.
happen.
If you're alive, baby, it's never too late.
Mm.
Make your changes now.
Mm.
Don't wait. Because let me tell y'all another thing. So I had the COVID test done Saturday because I had to come
Okay.
to Puerto Rico. So they
Mm-hmm.
made everybody take a COVID test.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you about the COVID test. Insurance companies during the transition stopped all their applications in the middle of business and changed to asking COVID questions. So that if you took the test, you now got to wait 6 months to get insurance. See, people don't know that.
Wow.
So I'm just telling y'all right now, if you took the COVID test, you're going to have
Say
to wait
this again for the people in the back. The insurance
if
did what?
you yes, insurance stopped all their apps. If I show you the emails, you'll be like, oh my God. Remember, y'all, insurance is based on risk.
Mm.
Insurance companies ain't gonna take that kind of risk. All these people dying from COVID, they said they paused all their applications and revamped all their questions. There's now
Mm.
8 to 10 COVID questions on the life insurance app.
Wow.
If you answer yes that you've tested, that's why I heard and got my last policy a couple of weeks
Mm-hmm,
ago. Okay.
mm-hmm,
If you
mm-hmm.
say
Okay.
that you tested, you're gonna wait 6 months on life insurance. And a lot
Wow.
of people don't even know that they're none the wiser. But they're not
So
playing. It's based on risk.
so that's good too because I've also heard of some that have got or tried to get life insurance plans, but because they had some pre-existing conditions, that also could cause some challenges. So can you share about that? Like, how does that work out?
Yeah, well, that's a great question. So one of the things that I know when I came into the insurance industry as an agent in 2014, I was
Mm-hmm.
working for a company that was captive. They only had one product. I ain't gonna mention the company's name, whatever. If some of y'all see this ring, y'all probably know who it is, but okay, I'm not gonna mention them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And with being with that company, I wasn't able to offer people a lot because
Okay.
we only had one product.
Okay.
So I felt like I was in a box. And I got the type of personality you can't box me if you put tape around me, you couldn't box me up. Right? So what I did was I decided I wanted to be a broker so that I can offer my clients everything they need.
I love it.
Right? So the pre-existing conditions at that other company made them have a 2-year wait. They called it a modified policy, which meant they had to wait 2 years on the full benefit amount. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something else. These other AARPs, colonial pens, y'all better read those contracts. They telling y'all they giving you day one coverage, and it's got limited. I want y'all to look for this word:
Mm.
limited death benefit. That
Okay.
means it's a 2-year wait. Most people don't read the contract and don't understand that. So then they
That's that
mad when
small
the funeral
fine
comes
print.
and they only got $1,300. They're mad.
Oh,
No, I'm telling you tonight because you now that you know better. You should do better, right?
absolutely.
Read the contract. If it says limited death benefit, if it says modified, that's a 2-year wait.
Okay.
With me, where I am now, which I've been here for a year, it was a year last week with the brokerage, I'm now able to offer people with COPD,
Mm-hmm.
emphysema, sickle
Mm-hmm.
cell, things that other companies would make them have a 2-year wait. I now can offer them
Wow.
day one coverage. All right.
Mm.
Blood thinners, taking blood thinners,
Very good.
heart disease, heart
Mm.
attack, stroke, cancer. I can cover anybody out here in the world right
Mm.
now. Exactly.
Sign me up. I mean, I
Yes,
don't have none
because
of
I
things going on, thank
understand it.
God, but
I'm
mm.
telling you, pre-existing conditions depends on the insurance company that you go with.
Mm. I love
Again,
it.
I got companies, I got 22 companies I represent. So one of them gonna find you day one coverage.
Absolutely. Somebody gonna work it out. I love it.
Yes.
Miss Kelly said, "Here's my girl." I
Yes,
said, "Small girl." I went to talk to her, and she was telling me she needed some branding services, and I told her about your son PJ, and she said, "Wait,
yes,
I know them." Small
yes.
world. She said,
Yes,
"My friend,
indeed.
way back.
Yes, ma'am. Way
She
back.
knows
Don't
what's
tell
up."
them I
Yeah,
know you,
she's
girl. Don't
teaching
tell
us
them.
tonight. Teaching
Yes.
us tonight.
Thank you, Cal.
Crystal said, "I had to wait 7 years to get life insurance after having cancer."
That's a shame because you know what? I got people right now after 18 months, they can get day one coverage.
Mm.
But again, when you know better, you do better. I'm just thankful that you
Yeah.
were able to get insurance, Crystal. Because
Yes.
again, depending on what company you're trying to get insurance through, some of them will have you wait. But that's why
Mm.
it's imperative to shop around. So when I
Mm.
sit with people, I let them know what I'm trying to do. I ask them a lot of questions and I tell them I ain't being nosy. I'm just trying to assess
Mm.
your real need. Some people just
Mm.
write you a policy for commission. Kelly on here, she knows. No, 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 no. Even though I knew Kelly, I treated her like she was a stranger when it came to educating her on life insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Because you need to know, I don't care how cool we are, this is
Mm.
my ministry. You're going to get educated.
Yes,
And
yes.
so if I'm not educating you, then I'm definitely not writing you a policy. Because I
Mm.
don't ever want your kids coming back saying, oh, you sold my mom a policy and
I
you
love
didn't
it.
tell her. No, ma'am. I most of the time make them call their kids on the phone so that they can hear what I'm telling their parent. Because
Mm-hmm.
I don't do
Mm-hmm.
anything from the back door, the side door, or window. I come straight through the front door.
You straighten the door today on the sofa, and we enjoying this tonight. We enjoying it.
Yes,
I
I am
am. I hope
as
you
well.
all.
I am as well.
So we talked about when a person dies and they have a life insurance, but the person is the person who they had as the beneficiary is no longer with us, no longer part of their lives, or they didn't have a beneficiary. How does that work?
Well, actually, nobody should have a policy without a beneficiary.
Okay.
Most insurance, all insurance companies, I know the ones I represent, they make you have a beneficiary. Why? Because
Oh,
if something happens, listen, let me tell you, there's some stories about insurance.
yes.
I wrote a policy on a man on a Wednesday. He post dated the check for Friday, fell down the steps and broke his neck the Saturday.
Oh.
His wife would have gotten paid on the policy. I had 35,000 in whole life and 35,000 in accidental death on him, which was
Mm.
70,000. It was an accident. Guess why he didn't get his wife didn't get paid? Because he lied on his application. See, this is what I tell people. Listen, listen, listen. You have to be honest and upfront. Even if a company's saying we only gonna check your prescriptions, you have to be honest and tell them everything that's going on. Because remember, the life insurance is not for you. It's
Mm.
for the people you leave behind. So if
Mm.
you lied on your app and they can verify that, oh, trust me, insurance
Mm.
companies are gonna verify that.
They got some investigators.
Oh, that's why it's called a 2-year contestability. If you
Mm.
buy a policy today, they have up to 2 years to contest whether you told the truth or
Wow.
not. You know how many
Wow.
people missed the opportunity because they lied,
Mm.
right? Or they didn't know about the 2-year contestability. So I just tell people, just be honest, just be upfront, tell the truth. I mean, oh well, listen. I smoke, but I only smoke one in every 3 days. You smoke.
Mm.
One every 3 days is still smoke. It's still tobacco use
Yes.
in the last 12 months. I, as
Yes.
an agent, I'm not gonna lie for anybody. I tell that to people all the time. You're gonna pay higher, but I'd rather you pay a little bit more than to come on that day and your family
Mm.
doesn't have what they need to bury you.
Mm. Tell the truth. Tell the
I'm just
truth.
I'm just saying. I'm just
Let's
saying.
tell the truth.
It's
Cause
it's
it's a big
it's
mess.
not worth it,
That's a
y'all.
big mess. And
It's a big mess, and it leaves the people that listen. My whole thing is to do this is to not have the family grieving twice. You already grieving because
twice.
they passed away. Now you gotta grieve because you don't have the money to bury them. Come on
And
now.
then we probably grieving because we really don't like each other. We gotta be bothered with each other. Because
Don't start
funerals
doing
bring
that.
out the best and worst.
Listen,
Lord.
that's
All right.
why the name of my ministry is called Get Your House in Order,
Ooh.
right? Because we think we got time, but COVID is teaching us we ain't got no
Yeah, we
time.
don't.
Okay? Get your house in order, y'all. There should be no stone unturned. Listen,
Mm.
your will, your
Yes.
beneficiaries, how
Yes.
you designating the money out, all that should be outlined. Do you know how many siblings I know that stop speaking over a life insurance policy?
It happens.
I'm telling y'all.
It
So again,
happens.
get your house in order. Get all that taken care of. One of the things that we do, and I'm gonna share this strategy with y'all. My mother and myself send each other updated like notes, like spreadsheets with our bills.
Okay.
What's the balance? Who we owe? What date it comes out? And how much the payment is. So if
Mm.
something happened to my mom or my dad today, I don't have to look for anything because I got it all in the spreadsheet.
I love it. Mm.
I'm just telling you, I'm just giving y'all strategies to
Yeah.
win. So that your kids, because guess what? Y'all know how many millions go unclaimed in life insurance every year? Millions.
Mm.
Listen, because guess what happened?
Mm.
A life insurance company will never track down a beneficiary. Believe that.
I believe
So
that.
if you don't know you're the beneficiary,
You
that money
can't get
gonna
the
go
money.
unclaimed.
A life insurance company will never track down.
Never.
They ain't
Never.
right. They
Did you
ain't right
see
at all.
about 2, 3 years ago, there was a scam going on with several insurance companies where they had people that had whole life policies and they didn't the beneficiary never reached out because they probably didn't know they had it.
Mm.
Y'all stop hiding stuff from people. You better find out what your parents got today.
Today.
Because guess what? If you don't call the insurance company, they most certainly won't call you. All
Mm.
right. But these people were taking the whole life policy. Once the payment didn't come in for a couple of months, they were actually using the cash value in the policy, then canceling the policy after all the cash value was used. Major companies, major,
That ain't
a
right.
huge lawsuit, huge
Yes,
lawsuit.
educate us. She educating us, sis.
Yeah,
We
huge lawsuit. So
mm.
again, y'all, it does make a difference whom you do business with. Your agent, their knowledge, their education level, how serious they are about you having what you need versus what you want. Because I
Mm.
have people all the time, Triv, I want $1 million policy. I'd be like, for
Mm.
what? For what?
Mm.
Then they can't even tell me. I
Then
said, listen, stop repeating what you hear other people say and know what you need on your own. I got
I
a
love
million
it.
dollar policy. Now, don't y'all come try to kill me, okay?
Oh
But
no,
guess
no, no.
why I
Unless she
got it?
we're not gonna do
Because
that.
what my business is worth. I got over 1,400 clients just in Philly, and I'm
Mm.
licensed in 9 states. That's not even
So let's talk about
including
that. What states are you licensed in? Because you about to have some customers.
Delaware, Virginia, Jersey, Texas, Florida, Indiana, Ohio. Some did I say Delaware? I got like 8 or 9 states.
You got
Trust
Maryland
me,
in
if
there. I
I'm
got
not
some friends in
licensed there,
Maryland.
still write a policy.
Maryland?
Get the license first and write the policy.
Okay.
That's what being a broker. I can write all across the country. I can write people right here in Puerto Rico if I want.
Got it. So I have another question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa said, what are some questions to ask as you shop around? What are some red flags to be aware of?
Again, that limited death benefit, the modified contract. Oh, this is the biggie, y'all. Y'all gonna send me a cash app for this one.
Okay. You know, you
When
give me
they
that.
tell you, go ahead.
We gonna post it for you. Yes.
Okay. When they tell you we're not gonna ask any health questions, y'all be running and buying that. Do y'all know that's called a guaranteed issue policy when they don't ask you health questions and you have an automatic 2 year wait?
Mm.
Y'all better answer them daggone insurance questions. Because I'm
Got it.
telling you, they setting you up for failure. And you
Okay.
paying more money for something that if you
Mm.
answered the questions, you would have cost you much less. Don't be fooled, y'all. I'm telling you, y'all about to learn today.
We
Don't
learning.
be
You
fooled.
are gathering us. The children are
Very good.
listening. We at the feet.
Yes. So as you shopping around, you want to go with a reputable company. So you want to make sure you want to know their rating with the Better Business Bureau, their
Mm.
rating with AM, Moody, and Best, which
I love
regulates
it.
insurance companies. You
Hmm.
want to know all those things, and you want to make sure that you're not buying it over the phone. Meaning, you just talking to some 800 number. No, you need to be talking to an agent. One of the things that I tell people is I'm in your face as an agent. And I'm also there when you need me as an agent. When you're on your family's worst day of their lives, which will
Mm.
be when you transition, I'm
Yes.
there. I'm in their living room. I'm at the funeral home with them making arrangements. I don't just write policies,
Mm.
right? Now, you know how many people I've gotten from doing that? That say, oh, they be like, who that? Who's that in the living
Right.
room?
Right.
That's one of our cousins. You can hear
Mm.
them talking. They're like, no, this
Mm.
is the insurance agent. What? I didn't know insurance agents come out to
Yes, I
people's
love
house.
it.
Oh, baby, you're right. They don't, but I do. That's the
Yes.
difference.
Yes.
That's why I have over 1,400 clients in Philly because I take care of my people. And
Got
so
it.
what I'm saying is when you're shopping, just make sure they're reputable. Make sure
Okay.
they got a good reputation. Read their reviews. Know
Okay.
the differences in their policies before
Okay.
you make a decision. And check it out. I don't care if you go with another company. If you need to ask me a question, I'm gonna leave my number. People call me all the time, Triv, what you think about this policy? Because I
Mm.
don't care. As
Mm.
long as you put something in place that's gonna benefit you when that day comes, like for your parents, I'm talking about, then
Got
that's
it.
when I'm gonna give you the information.
Got it.
Okay. But
So
trust me, once you sit with me, you won't want any other agent. I can tell you that right now. Not
clearly,
one.
because you are taking thorough care, as if
Very.
we're like your children, you're making sure that we covered, and we appreciate that. You know, you want that kind
Absolutely.
of service. So someone
Absolutely.
asks, "Are you licensed in Pennsylvania?"
Yes.
How about Maryland?
No. But for an agent, all you gotta do is click a button and you're licensed within 15 minutes, right? For most states.
Okay, so people in Maryland are asking for your support.
Baby, I got. Oh, matter of fact, I'm sorry. I just wrote a person in Baltimore like 6 months ago. See, I forgot. I am licensed in Maryland
Okay,
already.
Crystal, she got you.
Crystal,
Okay.
baby, all you gotta do is call me, and I got you squared away. I'm gonna give you whatever you need so that you can make an educated decision.
Yes,
That's the
awesome.
most that I can do.
Yes, Tori said I need your information. Jeanette is saying I need the info. Let's share your info. What is the information for somebody to be able to get in contact?
My phone number. My name is Trivonne, right? And which
Huh?
some of y'all may have known, may have not known. My name is Trivonne. It looks like Trivonne. That's my mother's fault. But you can reach me. My phone number is 215-803 TRIV, TRIV. 8748 is my number.
Okay, let me see if I got that right.
That's
215
it.
803 Triv. Y'all got
Yep.
it?
And that's 8748 for those of you
Okay,
that
let me see if I can.
I usually just put it in parentheses.
Got you covered. Hold on. 803 8748.
48. Mm-hmm.
All right, there we go. Y'all write that down.
Thank you. Thank
She's
you.
going to gather and pull us together.
I'm gonna gather y'all and I'm gonna give y'all what you need. I promise you, when you speak with me, you're gonna leave out of that session with way more than you entered that session with. I tell you that. That's my promise to you.
And I'll be sure to post it again. It's funny because you said y'all might not know my name because I did start talking. But after this conversation, I feel like calling you mother because you really pulling the children together. So we're gonna call
You
you
got to
mother.
listen. Here's what I tell my kids: whatever you take on, you must do it with excellence. That's word. We
Yes,
talking word. We talking scriptural right now.
yes.
Not perfection, but excellence. Wherever my name is, there's
Mm,
excellence because I
yes,
operate with integrity and
yes,
move towards excellence. Right? I tell people I've been called a lot of names in my life, but I have never been called disloyal, dishonest, and lacking integrity. Never that. Why? Because I came from a southern background where my dad told us your word is everything. Don't worry about your reputation. That's what other people think about you. Worry about your character. That's who you really are. That's who I
mm,
am. So you'll never have to worry about me. Like I tell you, I ain't trying to sell you anything. I'm going to educate you, and people will pay for education.
yes. So I put the number there again to scroll at the bottom so y'all can catch that. This has been amazing. I
Well,
have
I'm
learned so
glad you
much.
invited me. I'm really,
Krista, I
because
put
I'm
the
a
number
life
at the
coach.
bottom, and she is licensed in Maryland. So you
Yes.
you look up mother, okay?
Yes, yes. And I'm a life coach as well. So
Mm.
I
Can y'all
spend my
imagine
life,
this sis as a life coach? She gonna really get us together. Life
oh
coach, life
baby,
insurance, mother.
baby. Listen, I get them together. You know why? There's too many people walking around not living their truth. They're living somebody else's story, somebody else's dream, somebody else's vision. No, 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 no. First of all, I'm a faith-based movement. You can't talk to me, stand next to me, or do anything with me without having any movement in your life. Because I'm a faith-based movement. And if you ain't moving, it ain't faith.
Yes,
All
yes.
right. So whatever I take on, I'm always in my top 2 percentile. Why? Because I'm gonna do it with excellence.
And that's
I
it.
look at it, I
Spirit
look
of
at it like the
excellence.
Lord is standing right next to me, saying, what are you doing with my children from my kingdom? I gave
Yeah.
them to you to serve. Now let's see what you do with them. So I pretend he's standing right there. That's how I operate with such high integrity.
Mm.
I'm just telling y'all. Because when the Lord looking at you, it's different.
When the Lord looking at you is different. I was having this conversation with somebody. You can't do everything you wanted to do because you got that connection with the Lord, and you're like, Lord, all right, let me get it together. He gathers us as well.
Okay. All right.
Mm.
Because he had to
Mm.
gather me before I got on this call.
Yeah,
Okay.
me
All
too.
right.
I have my. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
love you, sis. You have helped us tonight.
Well,
So
I'm glad. I'm glad. That's what I'm here for.
God does
So,
all things well. I
well,
mean, all things
absolutely.
well.
Absolutely.
Where there's a will, again, there is a way because we had somebody else scheduled, didn't work out. And I'm telling you how God connected them pieces.
Yes, tell Shay thank you if she's still on here, Shay.
Yes, thank you
So
again,
much.
Shay. Thank you
This is
so
what I
much.
enjoy. Yes.
So amazing. So what are some closing points you would want to share with us? Because like we could keep going, but they got your number and they gonna be calling you. I'm gonna be
That's all they
calling
have to
you.
do.
What are some
Well,
things that we want to definitely walk away with today?
you want to walk away with the importance and the value of what life insurance is about.
Mm,
Now, before tonight, you might have not known it could be an investment insurance. But
mm,
after tonight, you should know where to move your money. Okay? To
mm.
start putting in your head, why am I gonna let my money sit in the bank and gain 1% interest and they rotate my money to pay other people checks? When
Yes.
I can really put it in an IUL, something
Mm,
that's gonna give me a death benefit and load me up with extra money. Because I'm telling you, most of those IULs are gaining 5 to 6% interest. There's nothing out here else on the market that's giving you that type of interest.
right.
Again, I expect y'all to make moves that make sense, right? Because if
Mm.
it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. I need
It
y'all to
don't make
understand that,
sense. It don't make
right?
sense. I
Why
love it.
continue to do things that you know are not operating in your favor? I'm
Mm.
putting you in a position to win. Whether
Yes.
you move in position or not is your choice. However, I just want to lay this little law down for y'all and put this little bug in y'all ear. If you don't move out and get in position, those people behind you, right, can never get in position for themselves because
Mm.
you won't move. When you
Mm.
think about all the lives that's dependent on you to
Mm.
educate yourself on life insurance, to save all these other families that you know,
Yes.
and you won't get in position. So these people are dying without insurance. They're dying without the lack of knowledge of insurance. That onus is going to be on you because you got it tonight. So now you have to pay it forward.
Mm.
Okay? So I'm going to leave y'all with that. Get your house in order. If you
Mm.
don't know what to do, then you need to call Triv. Triv going to help you. And if I can't help you again, I'll refer you to somebody.
Yes.
But I do pre-need. Some people don't want to pay on life insurance all their lives. I do pre-need policies that you pay maximum 10 years. Now it's going to cost you more, but you pay a
Mm.
maximum of 10 years,
Okay.
right? And I think it was it Kami that was asking about the term?
Yes.
Was asked, but she was asking for her mother. For people 50
Oh,
and
that
under,
was
I do
Kristen. Yes.
return of premium terms, where at the end of the term, you either get a lump sum of money back or it rolls into a permanent policy. Y'all,
Mm.
listen, there's so many options out here for you, but you have to do your own research
Whew.
and figure it out. So again, if you're looking for the best, then call me. If you're
Yeah.
looking for the rest, then call somebody else. I'm just
If you're
telling
looking
y'all.
for the best, call Mother Triv.
And listen, this is the most humble way that I can say it because
Yes.
I pride myself on excellence in everything that I touch. And I
Mm-hmm.
have clients on here right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Just
Mm-hmm.
so y'all know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's my words for y'all today. Get your house in order. Speak with your family members. And oh, let me tell y'all this too. I do what you call insurance parties,
Okay.
right? I was one of the first people to create that,
Okay.
where I get people to get their families together. We
Mm.
buy pizza, we do whatever, and we just talk life
I
insurance
love it. Family
and make
meet.
sure everybody covered.
I love it.
I'm just telling you, I'm giving y'all suggestions.
Y'all invite me to y'all party. Who having a party? Post coronavirus quarantine, if that
Oh,
ever ends.
absolutely.
I don't know. But we
Oh,
can put our
listen,
mask on.
we do parties on Zoom.
You absolutely right.
Okay? I do
You
all my life
absolutely right.
coaching business on Zoom.
You absolutely right. We
Okay?
are
All
Zoom
right.
families. Yes.
Yes.
So I had missed one question. Somebody had said, "Does the long term care policy go up like life insurance?"
No, no.
Okay.
Long-term care is just what it is. It's
Okay.
it yeah, it's funded and it's the same price, it's the same premium. So that's why you get it when you're young, so you don't
Okay.
have to worry about it continuing to climb, right? Well, I know let me tell you this one. I only use Mutual of Omaha. So I
Okay.
can't talk about any other company, but I'm telling you for Mutual of Omaha, no, it doesn't. So you get it in place and you make sure that it works for you. But if
Okay.
you don't have it, I tell people lack thereof will cause major problems.
Awesome. Awesome. Uh, so now we're gonna sing some praises. Kat is saying great segment.
Thank you, Caddy.
Gabriella is saying absolutely love this.
Thank you.
Kristen
Thank
said
you.
hi, I missed a lot of the segment, but these nuggets are gold. They are gold. You make sure you go back and check these out. Um, family insurance parties. Miss Kelly said, I love it. I love it too. That's really nice. We did
Yeah.
talk about some pre-existing conditions a little earlier on with insurance, but if you go to Mother Triv, she could find you a policy.
Oh, absolutely.
She could
Let me
find
tell
you
you
a
something. I like
policy.
when people have pre-existing conditions because they be like, "Oh, I'm not worried about no insurance. I can't even get it." Oh, who told you that?
Yes.
People stop answering the phone because they've been turned down by so many companies. I say,
Mm.
baby, if I can't help you get insurance, then I'm gonna buy you a pre-need policy on me.
Mm.
That's how much I know that I can get them covered.
But
Okay?
I love that too because even if I've been turned down, you're still going to help us to find something, and we can't give up so quickly.
Can't give up quickly. Just because one company said no
Doesn't
doesn't mean the
mean
next company is going to say no. Y'all
yeah.
need to know that. People get so discouraged. Oh my God, I've been turned down by two companies. You went with the wrong two companies.
Ah.
Okay, all right. I'm just telling
Ah.
y'all.
Cammy said you better go ahead with the life insurance party. Look, we about to have a Zoom life insurance policy. Y'all coming?
Listen, I had one family had 17 people.
I love it.
17 people, I wrote 14 policies.
I love it.
Okay.
This has been amazing.
Thank you, Crystal. Thank you. Thank you.
Sandra said, made so many
I'm
mistakes. I
here.
will be
I'm in
calling you.
Puerto
I'm about to
Rico
put her
now.
number back up.
I'm letting y'all know I'm in Puerto Rico.
What about
All right.
age? What are you asking about age?
Listen. So let me just tell y'all about this because I'm so excited. So I can cover anybody from a 30-day-old baby to now age 95.
Woo!
I just signed on with this company 2 days ago to
Very
go up
nice.
to 95. Because
Mm.
most insurance companies stop at 85.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all it's gonna cost y'all some money, but guess what? Who cares? You know, if you wait until you 85, 90 years old, it's gonna cost money.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
why I'm telling y'all to get your house in order now. Make sure go to your parents' house, ask them to look at their life insurance policy. Take a picture of it. Call me,
Mm.
put me on a Zoom.
Yes.
I'll go over the policy with you. Y'all don't have any excuse after meeting me tonight.
Okay.
Not one.
Not
Not
one.
one.
So she said
Not
for
one.
seniors. So she covers all ages. So
All
definitely
ages.
be sure to
Yes.
check
From
in.
0 to 85, now 95.
Okay. So she
Mhm.
got you covered. Cynthia said, thank you for the information.
Thank you for listening.
Tori said, don't take no for an answer. Absolutely. Because Mother Triv will gather the people that will tell you yes.
Absolutely.
Dr. Pratt, my bro doc said, what about contested periods within a policy?
So that's a great question. So I need y'all to understand the difference between 2 years because some of y'all see 2 years and you say, oh, it's a 2 year wait. So there's something called a 2 year wait. And on the other side, there's a 2 year contestability.
Okay.
So there's a difference with a 2 year wait means the person had health issues. The insurance company was willing to insure them, but they're going to make the family wait 2 years on the full benefit.
Okay.
All right. Now, some companies will give you a 30% return the first year, a 70% return the second year, and then a 100% return after year two, like starting
Okay.
year three.
Okay.
All right. So, with that being said, that's a 2 year wait.
Okay.
A 2 year contestability means when you buy an insurance policy today, they have the ability, they can go back and request additional medical records before paying that claim off 2 years from today. That's called a contestable period.
Okay.
All insurance companies have it. I've had people say, oh no, they told me I don't have a contestability. Baby, that's law. That's insurance law. 2 year
Mm.
contestability for any policy, any company out here. It can be contested. All I tell people is don't lie on your app and you ain't got to worry about that. Because all they're
Right.
doing is go and verify the information you told them if you passed away within that first 2 year mark. That's
Okay.
it. So just
Okay.
tell the truth. You ain't got to worry about your family not getting paid out.
Mm.
Okay.
Mother
I hope
Trish
that
said, tell
helps.
the truth and don't take no for an
In the
answer
name
because
of the
she could
devil.
find somebody if y'all come to this life insurance party, okay?
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. She said, young people, please listen. And Miss Montgomery said, thanks as well for the seniors and the
Thank
age.
you. You're
So,
welcome.
wow, this has been amazing. Let me put this phone number back up because y'all gonna try to ask me some more questions, and I can't be holding her. She's on vacation, and
No,
she
listen,
is
I
having.
map this time out because one thing I am is a woman of my word. When I commit
I
to something, make sure I do it.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So again, y'all give Mother Shrift. That's what I'm about to call. That's what I'm gonna call because she done
Don't you
gathered
call me
us and
Mother
got us
Triv.
together.
I'm gonna beat you.
But y'all
I'm
give
gonna
her a
beat you.
call, Marilyn. She got you covered. Delaware.
Any state. It doesn't
And
matter the
you know
state.
what? Yes, because she said any state she would give you support and guidance as you're trying to find your way for the best insurance policy for yourself. Most of all, if you don't have insurance policy, you need to get one like yesterday.
Yes. And get
Like
one because
yesterday.
again, we don't know what time we have. Everybody think because they young, oh, I got time. I made all my kids get an insurance policy. And so what they do, I make them pay me rent and pay me a little bit extra. I pay their policy with that. Because guess what? They don't need
Yes,
to know that. But guess what? I'm not paying for no policy for no grown folk. But I make them
yes.
pay extra and I use it to pay their policy. Because
I
guess
love
what? They're
it.
not married. My younger two are not married. So if something happens to them, guess they're gonna be looking at me to bury them. So guess what? Some
Ah,
of y'all got kids 18 and over. Oh, let me say that because nobody asked that question.
that's a good one.
Because I was talking to somebody about this earlier about riders. Some of y'all have children under 18 that you have as riders on your policy, right? Now,
Mm,
here's what let me say this to you. Let me first applaud y'all for even buying insurance and having your kids on your policy.
mm-hmm.
But here's what they don't tell you. If your kids are riders, excuse me, close that door, please. I'm sorry, I'm on vacation, y'all. We
You
got
are
my
right.
house
You
in
are. We
order,
thank
okay?
you. We
So
thank
listen,
you. We
yes,
interrupting
you're
you.
welcome. If those kids are riders on your policy, if you pass away, your kids no longer have insurance.
Um.
It's a rider, and it's only good until they're 25 years old. So
Hmm.
what I tell people is, why would you not buy your kids their own policy? I did
Mm,
a $50,000 policy on a 4-year-old other day that cost like $9. 50,000 in whole life. Are you kidding me?
$9.
So what I tell
Look.
people is, listen, know the difference between your children as a rider and your children having their own policies. Okay? We
Mm.
offer 10-year pays,
Yes.
20-year pays. You can pay it in two
Yes.
years, pay it off in 10, you can pay it off in 20, or you can pay it until that day comes, whichever is more affordable. And that's what I work with your budget and where you are right now. I can't worry about
Mm,
5 years from now. Where you stand right now, what are your immediate needs and what is your immediate budget? I
got it.
never have anybody over budget. Why? Because if the car break down or if the roof got a leak, guess what happens? You're the first thing to go is gonna be your life insurance. No, no, we need you to keep that. So I'd rather
Yes.
you start off at, let's say somebody say, well, like I had a young lady say my budget is 150. I said, well, here's the deal. I'd rather start you off at 100, if you don't mind. You have
Mm-hmm.
never put that inside your budget. I'd rather you
Mm,
put that in your budget for 4 to 6 months and then come back and look at this again
yes.
and increase your policy. But don't set
Yes.
yourself up for, because she was kind of shaky too. I was like, no, 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 no. We're going to set you at 100. Please listen to my expertise on this. We're going
We
to
listen.
set you at 100
Mm-hmm.
and it will come back once you put it in your budget, work it in there 3, 4 months, whatever, and you know
Mm-hmm.
you can afford it, then we'll increase it. But don't set yourself up for failure.
Yes. Got it. Kristen said, "What's a good time and day to reach out to you?"
You listen, I'm on vacation, but you can text me, just ask me, am I available? And if I
All right.
am, listen, I pretty much take my kids already know I'm a life coach. My clients call me on vacation, even though I told them not to. If they need me,
Mm-hmm.
I answer the phone. My kids just gotta wait. They 20 something years old and 30 years old. Girl, bye. Okay. All right.
Okay. Dr. Pratt was saying, can you have two policies at the same time? So yes, because Mother Trish got a
Absolutely. You
couple.
can have as many policies as you want. As
Mm,
long as you can afford to pay for them,
as long as you
you
can
can
afford.
have them. Yeah. A lot
Okay.
of people don't think that. I don't know, like, why somebody was saying people told them they couldn't get more than one policy, but that's not
Mhm.
true. You can have as
Okay.
many policies as you can afford to pay for. But I
Okay.
will say, your one of them better be a whole life.
One of them
One of them
better be. Mother said
better
one
be a
of them better be
universal.
a whole life.
Yes. And the other one better be an investment insurance. I'm trying to
Got
teach
it.
y'all something here now. All
Got
right.
it.
All right.
Okay. So Crystal said my sons have a policy in their own name. Very
Very
good.
good.
Cynthia
I
says I have
taught
insurance on 36-year-old grand
There you
7.
go,
That's
girl.
it.
Yes, ma'am.
Cover them babies.
You got listen. Mutual of Omaha and Foresters got this grandparent policy.
Mm-hmm.
I tell grandparents, if you know your kids ain't stable and accountable, you know they ain't got no insurance on your grandbabies. Listen,
Mm,
I got insurance policies on all my grandbabies. Those Negroes don't even know.
mm,
Why? Because it was valuable to me. So I
yes.
take care of it. Plus, it's
Mm,
cheap, right? But that's what we should be
cheap.
doing. When we have children, we should be providing for them. When we have grandchildren, we should have enough in place to provide for them as well. So I'm not
Yes.
saying that excuses their parents. Please don't misunderstand that.
Yes.
However, what's the harm in having extra coverage, an umbrella over your grandkids? There is none. Let me tell you what I did for Christmas.
Mm.
I gave them life insurance policies.
That's the best gift ever.
Right? That's the gift that keeps on giving.
Keeps on giving. That's a great
Okay,
act
that's
of
not the
love.
gift that keeps on breaking.
Yes.
The one in the
Yes.
corner that they played with for 2 weeks.
Yes.
Give your kids life insurance policies. Let that be the gift that keeps on giving. Remember, I'm
Ah.
trying to teach y'all how to build wealth. I'm trying to teach y'all how to leave legacy money. People talk about legacy money, but they don't know what that really means.
So
So I'm trying
good.
to
So
school
good.
y'all. And when you call me, oh child, just have your notebook ready because I'm gonna school you real good. Real good.
Yes. Look, she done gathered us today. This is like a corporate, children, but that one-on-one gonna be something too. She said, "Oh
Yes.
my God, when are you coming home? You are awesome." So they're ready to call you. They trying to let you enjoy your vacation though.
No, listen. Again, text me, and if I can talk, or I'll tell you a better time. Because I
Okay.
still have my Zoom sessions with my clients,
Okay.
even on
Okay.
vacation. I can't tell them, oh, y'all, I'm on vacation. No, because here's the deal. I maximize moments. I dedicate my time for my kids. I dedicate my time to go on excursions. And then I dedicate my time for my clients. Because
I love
my
it.
business is never closed. Never.
Mm. Maximize moments. Let me write that down in my book. So I've been taking
Maximize.
notes, y'all.
See, that's the
Maximize
life coach
moments.
side coming out, right?
I
Because
I
let me
love
tell
it.
you
I
what people
love it.
do. This is what people
Yes,
do.
wisdom. We ready, Tori. We ready. So again, this has
We
been amazing. Thank you so much.
You see my phone?
Huh?
Can you see my phone?
Did I see your phone?
Do you see my phone?
No.
This little stream y'all got me a little twisted because it's like different. It's different than
Oh
my
no, you
Facebook.
good. I can see you. I can see you. You good. You good.
Okay, so listen. People spend all their vacation taking pictures, right?
Mm-hmm.
But think about it. If you're busy snapping pictures, you're not maximizing the moments.
You not. You not.
So I tell my kids, y'all go and take the picture. I'm gonna just relish
Yeah.
in the moment,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I'm not the picture taker. I'm the person that's like, I was in the ocean today. I was like, Lord, like, you are so amazing. I was able to bring 9 people here on my dime to
Mm.
Puerto Rico in a pandemic.
Mm.
And I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful. And that's why I treat people with such dignity and such respect because
Yes.
I'm humbled by the blessings and the favor that God has on my life.
Mm.
Period. Point blank.
Amazing.
So I tell people maximize the moments with your
Yes.
family because you never know when that's the last moment.
You never.
You got to
Never.
maximize and stay in the moment.
Ah.
You can't stay in
Woo.
it.
You
I'm just
can't.
saying, y'all.
You miss
I'm just
moments.
telling y'all.
Mother
Yes.
has dropped some nuggets on tonight. Crystal said I definitely will be calling.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be waiting.
We got a couple people that will be calling. Again, just text her first and just make sure it's good since she on vacation. She wants to take calls, but we understand when we take vacation how we need it. So that's
Yes.
show
Yes.
that act of love as well. But we definitely going set up these insurance parties to make sure we
Yes.
got it right.
Yes. Yes.
And if you
Yes.
don't have insurance, get it yesterday. And whatever policies you do have, make sure that one of them is a whole. All right.
Make sure that somebody reviews them
And
for you if you don't know.
yes. And
That's the key.
update your beneficiary yearly.
Lord G. Oh,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
make sure your beneficiary is somebody that you would entrust your entire life with. Y'all putting boyfriends as beneficiaries. Let me explain something to you.
Mm.
I'm not against whatever you want to do. But what I tell people is a primary beneficiary is not the person that collects money. It's the
Mm.
person that's going to ensure everything you ask for is handled
Happening.
in that manner and be responsible enough to divvy off the rest of that money. Let me tell you
Mm.
something. My oldest daughter is 35. I would never make her a primary beneficiary of anything because she be done buried me under the pecan tree in the backyard, told me she don't know where my body is, and don't give her siblings no money.
Lord.
Right?
Lord.
That's why she got her
Yes.
own policy, so I ain't have to worry about that. All of my kids got their own policies that they're going to reap a benefit from me. And then
Yes.
I have my other policies where they have to split. But nobody can say that they didn't get equal because I put those things in place.
Please.
They ain't got to ask for nothing.
Yeah. Amazing. 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 You know what? Y'all, let me put this number up here one more time. Y'all give
Please.
a call. 215-803 Mother Truth. I'm sorry, 874. Okay, y'all call her.
You are so funny.
She
Oh
gonna
my God.
gather
I
us
love your
because
personality.
this was so in my heart, and I'm just so grateful that it was able to go forth and that it was received well. People are going to be calling you again. We we need this education in our lives. So
Yes.
again, please
And
give
I'm
her a
thankful.
call.
I'm thankful you invited me. At first I was like, because I used to do live videos and all that. And then
Hmm.
I stopped because the Lord told me to shut it down.
Okay.
I stopped. And so when Shay inboxed me and asked me, it was weird because I didn't even think about it. I said, yeah, I'll do it. I didn't even
Mm.
think about it.
Look at
Usually
God.
I
He
got to
loves us.
pause,
He
reflect.
loves us.
Listen, girl, that ain't nothing but the Lord. Because usually I got to
Nothing but
pause,
the Lord.
reflect, do my homework. Oh, let me see who asking me to be on this.
Yes,
Because
yes.
remember, the word says his people are peculiar people. I'm very peculiar. I
Mm.
don't just rock with anybody. I just don't get on anybody's show. I need to
Mm.
know who you are, what you do, how you do it, and why
Mm-hmm.
we doing this before I get
Mm-hmm.
on anybody's show. But for you, I just said, yeah. The spirit just said, just say
Mm.
yes. And I just
Woo.
said, yes. And I'm thankful. I'm
I'm
thankful. You have
thankful.
an awesome thing that you're doing here, this
Awesome.
network, this provider, this servitude. My
Yes.
sister, I pray for you that you
Amen.
continuously bless people.
Amen.
Abundance is over every area of your life.
Yes,
Favor
God.
flows like a bright light in your life because what you're doing is phenomenal. Bringing
Amen.
your people together to get them educated so
Yes.
that they can learn, they can progress and move forward. So I thank you, my sister. I pray for you, my sister. I
Yes.
love you, my sister,
I love
for
you.
just the person that you are. Keep
Oh,
doing
I
you.
love you. And I thank you
Keep
so
doing you.
much again. Whew. I'm going to let you go, but I will be in contact with you. Thank
Yes.
you again so, so very
You're
much.
welcome. You're welcome. And y'all have a good night. I'm looking forward to hearing from y'all. I'm humbled that y'all sat here throughout this entire program.
Yes.
Listen to me educate because without y'all, I couldn't do it. So I
Yes.
thank y'all so much and looking forward to educating y'all some more one on one.
Yes. Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much. You have a good
All right.
night.
Welcome. Have a good night.
Yes. Yo, I can't begin to tell you guys how great God is. Everybody I connect with has been just on board with wanting to share with the community. The connections that she said, I promise you, I just met her last week. Thanks to Shay, and I gave her a message or whatever, and she was like, "Yeah, she's on board." And then she said, "Have you ever heard me talk?" I said, "No." We got on the phone, and I just tell you, God is amazing. And when you step out and do what it is that God has for you to do, so what if everybody is going live? So what if everybody is doing this and doing that? You do that which God has put on your heart to do, and you will be amazed with how much it blesses so many people. That I'm grateful. I'm a church girl, so I want to be like, just lift your hands and tell them a thank you because they don't have to give us this knowledge and wisdom. And I'm grateful for the knowledge and wisdom that we got on tonight. I pray that each and every one of you use it and apply it to your life because it's no good for us to keep on getting information and not use it. We got to be able to use it. So I encourage you all to get some life insurance, whole life insurance. Okay. Next week, join us. We're going to have Crystal Rose, a human resources manager, and we're going to talk about it's not just about the paycheck. Get your money's worth at your job. That's going to be amazing. Next Monday at 8 p.m. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Going to be awesome. I always still share this. If you have a topic that you're interested in me talking about, or a guest that you know what that will be just as amazing as Mother Triv that will gather us, you email me today at chosencounselorsinc@gmail.com. Again, I thank you all so very much for joining me. Um, thank you. Thank you to everyone who came over and joined me for my grief session, the Let's Talk Through It. It was amazing. And guess what? I got to record it. And it's on my YouTube page, on our YouTube channel. So be sure to check that out. we talked through grief, and it was an amazing experience. Thank you to my Jen Cares crew that came over. That made my heart glad. They also asked me to come back again, so I'll keep you posted on that. So again, thank you so much for joining us. Join us next week. We got some amazing things coming. In September, I got a back to school series coming. And then in October, we got to get your house in order series coming. It's going to be amazing. And I promise you, I got some amazing people that's coming on that has the heart of Mother Triv, that wants to give you the knowledge that you need to be successful. All right. I think that's everything I have. I think that's all my announcements. Again, buying life insurance is like fixing a leak in your roof. The longer you wait, the more expensive it gets. So y'all call Triv. Please call her and get some support and some guidance. And I promise you will not be disappointed. Let me see what the comment says. Awesome. Thank you, Jennifer. God will open doors when you're obedient. So true. I got another call today. I'll tell you all about that one day. God is amazing. You hear me? Excellent, Jennifer. Awesome. Amazing. Thank you, Jesus. Right. To God be the glory, because it's not me. I'm only doing what he's given my heart to do. And when you do that in his will, it lines up and it's so amazing. So again, give her a call. I think that's everything. Love you all. Until next time, next Monday at 8 with Crystal Rose talking about HR benefits. I gotta go. My heart is filled. I love you all for real.